ideas and advice and experiences. Today's topic is what's your summer strategy? So our first speaker, Arlene Amick, is from Palm Springs Art Museum. Erin?
So my personal summer strategy is to hide and not think about season at all. But I don't think that's the purpose of what I'm talking about here today. No, I think everyone recognizes that the dynamic in the desert is really changing. For some reason, people come here in the middle of the summer. So it's still a destination of sorts. And, for the museum, we really try initially, after recovering from season and the busyness, we really actually try to focus a little bit more on locals and the community. So we do that in a number of ways. We of course go to a little bit of summer hours, so some of our locations aren't open as much. But at our main museum, last year we started something called Summer Fest, Hot is Cool. And the third Thursday of the month, and we'll continue again this year, we offer free films to the community, usually based off of a theme. This year it's another desert theme, which fits very well with this environment. And we partner with our cafe, so there's usually a drink that goes with the film, a speaker. Last year we showed 4 films, we did the same thing this year, and again that's the third Thursday of the month. So we're already open free on Thursdays from 4 to 8 p.m. Something else we're doing this year is instead of just being open free from 4 to 8 on Thursday, we're calling it Free Summer Thursday, so we'll be open all day on Thursdays, which is from 12 to 8 p.m. And that's really, again, meant to benefit the community. It's hot outside. It's cool in the museum. We have to keep it that way for the art. So we want to invite you to come hang out at the museum. We have a summer exhibition that's based off our permanent collection. We have 3 floors at our main location, and then we have 2 satellite facilities, one here in Palm Desert and our Architecture Design Center in Palm Springs, that are free all the time. So we really try and give you a place to go. Besides the summer film programming, we also offer summer camp, and that's for ages kindergarten through age 12. That's something that is a paid program, but we offer that at our main facility and at our Palm Desert location. So if you have kids, that's a great opportunity for all kinds of art making, photography, an architecture series. So that's something, again, that is a primary focus for the summer. And then I think, really beyond that, besides wanting people just to be able to come, we also start internally our planning for next season. And so we start to put out a little bit of that information of here's our important dates so that you know what's going on. A little bit more of an organized approach. So, we try to communicate, at least in the summer, through social media, try and establish more of our partnerships. We work with the CBD, we work with a lot of the cities to, again, kind of engage and get that word out on
Eric Lemus is from the California Partnership, right?
So I'm from the Coachella Valley, born and raised, and I got my undergrad in psychology, and I've always wanted to be part of community, right? And so, kind of just, being in these different entrepreneurship spaces and having a lot of great mentorship from different spaces here in the Coachella Valley really, being a long-time resident helped me to see and analyze the development, right? And over the years, we've seen a lot of changes and all this great development happen. And so, moving into, after I graduated, I got this internship through Coachella Valley Economic Partnership, right? Pathways to Success, scholarshipers that so really there's where I got to hang out with a lot of movers and shakers of kind of what's incorporated with the arts from different. I think they have desert umbrellas. They have a sector in arts, and so that really motivated me, and I really saw the dynamic of really why arts is really important. And then moving into my career, which what I was doing more like social work and organizing around certain programs for health, and so come down and equality to equity of services, right? And so you know, I had this passion and you know, this culmination of all these great ideas that I saw that I wanted to create events in my experience. And so now, given the question that I posed is, what's my summer strategy? I culminated this event called Vibrant Communities. And it was really the strategy that working with many organizations, working with a lot of artists, and cultivating a lot of the resident, you know, momentum of, right, there's this really huge momentum in advocacy and why these issues are really important. So how do we create an event really that's really genuine to the Valley, and that's for the people, by the people. And I think part of that, I might also add, my experience is that I also contracted with Comic-Con Palm Springs last year, right? And so that was really my own first take at, you know, help co-producing things on the local level. So given that experience, I took it up a notch and really wanted to be present and where art and culture really needed to thrive. And we already know there's a huge momentum, right, with, you know, Coachella Fest and all these other great events that happen in the East Valley, right? One thing that really strikes the people, not just me, but the people of the East Valley, is that equity of access to arts and culture, right? And they're saying that they're having this great affluent production, and it's great and beautiful for the people that can afford it. And needless to say, the people that are residents of the East Valley having to experience, you know, this production at this high level and never being able to participate really does something for, you know, the development in the East Valley. So we're not knocking down on like any of, you know, Golden Voice's efforts. You know, they're a really great stakeholder in what they do, but really, I've seen that there's a lot of attempts, right, to but like to attain that momentum that Coachella Fest is bringing. And so, you know, kind of in the regards, you know, and watching, you know, different programs and different organizations, you know, have their own take. To me, what Vibrant Communities is to really cultivate, like I said, the advocacy and the picture of not just what our work in California Partnership is, but what the narrative has been set in the East Valley, right? That our communities in the East Valley, because of so many great organizations and so many great people that have, you know, influenced the development of the East Valley, have made our communities vibrant. And so that's how it really came out with Vibrant Communities. And so it's really to recognize, you know, not just the work that we're doing, but our partners, stories of our residents, and, you know, culminate into an artistic way that can really be culturally, what we say, culturally competent to the places that we're in. And so that's yet to still be developed, but essentially, you know, from afar, you know, it still sounds very dandy. And so it's a two-component fundraiser. It's a dinner and what we're calling culture performances, right? So I have within my network a really great talent from, you know, a performer from New York, and Madi D. Great, you know, she's also inspired in her work. We have Rascahuele, which is a Spanish ska reggae band from LA, and we have Reiner, who I'm sure some of you guys may have heard. He's a local band, and then we have what I'm liking, my sort of preference is EDM music, but the DJs from Romania, right? And so they all like these different aspects of, you know, making culturally, or making music more culturally relevant into this great space and what we're calling Vibrant Community. So it's been an awesome journey. Continue to, you know, work on the issues at hand with, you know, health and human services, but also seeing the need that, right, that, you know, of art really complementing, you know, our messaging. And, you know, there's so many intersectional paths that, you know, we all cross in our work here, right? But really what we're saying is that the neutral platform to really culminate all this great spaces in the arts and culture. So I'm really glad to be here. I'm definitely available to, you know, help out and continue to grow, you know, any efforts and, you know, in the community and through the arts.
And Joyce Kyle is from the Greater Palm Springs CBD.
So what we do, so I think for me, when I talk about summer, I kind of want to go all the way across the year, but I'll talk about summer. So summer for me never really slows down, because for us it's a time where we really turn around and we're really pitching and talking to journalists, trying to come up with story ideas and get them to either come out during the summer or in the fall to do different stories. What also happens for us during the summer, it's a great time for us, just like Arlene does, there's a lot of planning going on. So how we're going to meet all the events going on. And we try to go out and try to search and find out who are these artists out there, and what is out there that's unique and different that we could be talking about. Because even if it's one story we find of one artist and we share it, it really benefits the whole community, because it just exposes the whole community to the world. It's been an amazing year this year watching, like, with Desert X, what happened. You know, one person's vision just kind of growing. And that we want to capitalize on that, especially this year, with additional stories of all the things going on. Someone mentioned Makerville, that happened, the thing that happened out in Salon. It's just exciting time to be in this destination. And I don't even get a chance to go out and meet all the artists, which to me is like, I'm always looking for things like, who will open their studio to let journalists come in and see what you're doing. Because I can tell you that that's one thing that a lot of people would love, is to be able to go into an artist and see the work they're doing. It's such a compelling story to see them at work. And I know not everybody wants that, but it's actually a great opportunity. The other thing is we do FAMs, and we'd love to be able to have artists come out and maybe even help teach a kind of class to art journalists, you know, like a fresh hands-on kind of opportunity to do something like that. There's a lot of different ways. We try to get creative, we try to do something different, and I think our destination right now, thanks to social media, thanks to Coachella, thanks to the film festival and everything, people love us. Even if they don't know where we are, they still love us. So it's just a great opportunity for the art community. And I really want to be able to work with all of you in finding out what the different stories are, because for me, each story is different. You know, each story can need a different publication, whether it's online and the digital influencers we come out. We really want to come out and experience and kind of see what is it that's different out here. There is something different here. I'm from the San Francisco Bay Area. I think I already said that probably 3 times. But coming here, it is a different environment. It's just, there's something about the way everyone meshes together and works together here. It makes me want to cry, because I think about it, I think, wow, it's amazing to me. And so I'm super passionate about our destination. I'm super passionate about the arts and what's going on. And I think there's just so much available to each of you to be able to talk about what you're doing, and for us to be able to share that with the world, you know, different opportunities. I'm off tangent now. I love what I do. I really do love what I do. And I think that's the thing, is I feel like just in this room looking at everyone, I'm like, I know there's some really good stories in here that would be amazing to be able to tell, and to be able to, you know, not just on artists. I mean, I can't do anything, stick degree, but I know that people, when they come here as tourists and visit, they want to see that, they want to experience things now. I mean, they don't want to just go watch. They want to watch things, but they want to actually be able to experience and be able to kind of come in contact with people one-on-one. So those opportunities are things that I would love to be able to see some kind of art tours develop, you know, where we can actually have art tours where people can go around like you live, but you know what I mean? But I think that's really special for people, because I don't know about you, but whenever I go anywhere, I always look to buy something local. Okay, that's why I wore this. I got this in Australia from a street vendor. I got this in Korea from another street vendor. And I go to talk about our destination to those places, and I'm really blessed to be able to do that. But as a person who does that myself, I know that there's hundreds of people out there who come here who want the same experience and don't know how to find it. I mean, we get to go to our lovely art museum, but to enhance even that experience, you know, by meeting able to meet some of the people in the community, I think that's the biggest benefit. I think what she said too, the season is, I don't believe there is a season anymore. It's changed totally, and I think we're going to continue to see that grow. So I hope that I can talk to all of you. I would love to be able to give you my card so you guys can share with me some of your stuff going on and everything. I would love to be able to find out what stories. It's kind of selfish for me being here, because it's like story angles.
We got lots of stories for you.
And you know, that's the thing.
Don't listen to his story.
I've seen your photos.
That's what I'm talking about.
So I think there's, I don't know if that helps at all, but that's my portion of what I can do and how I feel like I can help you guys and work with you guys to be able to build some maps.
Yeah, I had a question. Do you have a physical venue that you can have performance at or show at? Are you going to provide time to talk to people individually, not today, but on another day, maybe about what they're about, or to have a smaller salon where you could...
Even people, I mean, I can actually do that. I can actually arrange that if there are artists and people who wanted to come out and meet with us and my team.
I think
because that would be such a great story in smaller groups.
Right, in a smaller group, and let's say a group of 10, and we all share our stories and what we're about and how we got to where we're
Because
at.
I think that really helps us then turn around and tell that to other people. And
because I still don't know where to get you,
No.
and I don't.
Well, that's the role of CDAC, and that's why we're all here.
Yeah.
We are the will be the conduit to these opportunities. And that's why we've gathered you all together today. California Desert Arts Council.
I just have a question, Ms. Cal. Do you work with Jan McGuire by any chance, or is she with CBB?
she just left.
Okay.
But I just talked to her on the phone today.
I have a quick question, and I mean, it kind of is encompassing. Did you guys ever get the gentleman that is creating an app for like art, who does public art?
I know they were working with someone, and that's in conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just wanted
We
to...
do, that's a big, so arts and culture is one of our main pillars that we're focusing on.
Okay.
So,
Because she came out to our city, she Desert Hot Springs Community on Coastal Affairs Vice Chair Commissioner. So she came out, looked at our mural. She didn't realize how much art we had. So I was just wondering,
we remember her talking about that.
have you gotten the app? Is that something that the cities are buying into? And I just want
Yeah, I know it's something that the CBD wants to do, have an app to make it more accessible for people to know, where everything is. Because there is a lot